Okay, everybody, this is going to be my baked bean video. First of all, I've got to fry the bacon up. Okay, so what you see here is a frying pan with water in it. The reason why I do that is so when you put the bacon in, it doesn't stick to the bottom. It gives a chance for the fat to render off the bacon, coat the bottom of the pan. Just like you would make your own lard and pork fat. You'd put a little water in there so it doesn't burn the bottom. But I got this on. Once I put the bacon in, it'll start cooking. The water will evaporate, and then the grease will take over. But my bacon is froze, and it's in one big clump, so I'm just cooking it all like that, and scramble it up because it doesn't matter what it looks like. It's going into a pan of baked beans when I'm done. Right here, that is probably a pound and a quarter of bacon. I'm not going to use all that. The rest of it, whatever's left, will go, use for something else. Starting to get hot. See the water? Starting to boil already. Alright, I'll put this bacon in. I'll be right with you. Okay, here it is. I'm putting it in. You want to put it in slow because of the water. There we go. Let it cook. I'm going to put the lid on it. I'm going to let it cook for a little bit. The steam will help, thaw it out a little bit. And once it starts, I'll try scrambling it up and getting it loose, and then we'll cook it. You see it's starting to loosen up. By the water steaming this, it'll thaw it out. I can get it loosened up, and then I can start frying it the way it should be. Okay, this is what's going into my baked beans. Bush's Baked Beans Original, seasoned with bacon and brown sugar. Alright, now I use this as my start. I put some Worcestershire sauce in it, some yellow mustard, some ketchup, onions, and brown sugar, and about a quarter cup of honey. I'll show you how I do this when I put it together. You're absolutely gonna love this stuff. Okay, there's the baked beans in the pan. I'm just mixing them in this big roasting oven pan, a roaster pan, and then I'm going to transfer them to the baking dish that I'm going to take them to the picnic in. There's the bacon. I separated it. It's starting to cook good now. Steam, no steam. So, once I hear it start to crackle and stuff like that, I'll turn the heat down because then I know the water is all out of it. So, and it'll be rendering the fat then. Bacon grease. Nature's pureness. Okay. Here's that quarter cup of honey. That's going to go in there. Now this is all by taste. So here is, I do a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce. About a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons of mustard. Because this is a number 10 can, so it's a lot of baked beans. So, sorry about that. Yeah, it's about a tablespoon and a half. Okay, ketchup. Now, ketchup's one of the big things. You're going to need about a cup and a half. So we'll just see what we can put in here. Doesn't that look delicious? Okay. I'm going to have to put the lid on that, turn it upside down, and get it to come all the way down. I don't want to open up another bottle of ketchup. Use this one first. Okay. Now we're going to put in about 1.25 cups of brown sugar. Like I said, this is all by taste. So it's going to be sweet, but once it starts to bake, it'll lose some of that sweetness, and because it'll work its way into the beans. So it won't be just the sausage sweet, the beans will be sweet too, but it'll distribute the sweetness all the way through the baked beans. I'm going to add about 1 cup of onions, already chopped up. There we go. I'm telling you, this will be the best baked beans you guys ever made. There is, whoa, the bacon. Frying up nicely. I turned it down. I'm going to scramble it up here in a second and get them to fry on all the sides. I want to get all that rendered down. I want that bacon grease to put in my refrigerator. So. Okay, here we are back at this. I'm just going to mix this all up. Stir it up, get it all well combined. Make sure your brown sugar isn't clumped up. Doesn't that look delicious? Just by itself it looks good, let alone with anything else in it. Like I said, make sure you find, when you're stirring it up, if you see any clumps of brown sugar, break it up. I could eat this stuff cold, man. But it's time for a taste test. Okay. Just stir around. Get your spoonful. Got enough sweetness. I do know what I'm going to add a pinch of salt. Now this bacon's been cooking for about 7-8 minutes. Doesn't take long for this to cook down. Look at all that lovely bacon grease, man. Just don't get any better than that. Now that big old chunk of bacon. When I buy bacon at the store, I buy it in a 10-pound box, and it's usually bacon ends and pieces. And it does have some big strips with it. So I take all the big strips, put them in bags, and then I will take the rest of the bacon and I put it in different bags, the bacon ends and pieces. I've already used all of them. Now, normally I will can all the bacon ends and pieces. Okay, there is the bacon. It's all done. I'm going to take a couple of handfuls, crunch it all up, and I'm going to throw it in here. Yeah, that's right, in the baked beans. Let me crunch them up. Get it all nice and pieced up, or whatever you want to call it. The bigger chunks that won't break up, those will be for something else. Where's that piece? I know where that's going. In my belly. I got dishes almost done. from making this already, so I did transfer it into the aluminum pan. So, but anyways, here's one handful. Here's the second handful. I'm going to do a half a handful. There we go. Now I'm going to stir this up, put it in the oven with a sheet of aluminum foil on it, and it's going to cook for about an hour and a half. I got the oven at 400. I'm going to turn it down to 325 and then put it in there. Stir it up. Get some of that bacony goodness down there at the bottom. This is going to be fantastic. Delicious, I'm telling you, delicious. Alright everybody, right there it is. That's what it looks like. Look at all that loveliness. All that bacon in there. Onions. Normally, I would bake this for 3 or 4 hours. I didn't have the time today, but it's still goodness. I bake it like 3 hours at 350. The reason why I bake it that long is because I bake it covered, and then for about the last hour I'll uncover it and I'll get rid of some of this moisture. But by the time we get where we're going, it's going to cool down and it'll thicken up anyways. But that's my baked beans. Just don't get any better than that. That's right. Put a bib on and enjoy. And right there is the bacon grease from that bag of bacon that I fried up. That's a pint jar. That's probably got about 9 or 10 ounces in it. Nice little haul there. That's right. I'm going to let it cool down to room temperature, then put it in the refrigerator. Right there's a pan it come out of. So that's going to require a little scrubbing, but it'll be okay. This is Iron Dog 63 saying, if you are a subscriber, thank you for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please like and subscribe. It really does help. And as always, God bless and have a great day. Hashtag I am somebody. Hashtag looking lovely as ever. Prayers and peace to y'all. Have a blessed day.